Okay, we've already really talked about special angles on parallel lines. We've done this right before the Ames test, where we talked about corresponding angles and parallel lines cut by a transversal. So you might already have a working knowledge of this. So here are some more detailed explanations of what these are: corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, and alternate exterior angles. So go ahead and take a look at the picture and how that corresponds to the graphic, and write down some notes so that you can remember what these are. And when you're ready to continue, go ahead and continue the video. Alright, so let's take a look at why are these angles congruent. So our first investigation, you're going to need some line paper, a ruler, some patty paper or something that you can see through, and a protractor if you want. So go ahead and follow the directions here. Basically what you're going to do is draw on regular paper the two parallel lines cut by the transversal, and then you number your angles as it shows. And then what you're going to do is actually use your patty paper to, you're going to copy the set of angles 1, 2, 3, and 4 like they're showing here, and copy the two intersecting lines M and L onto the 4 angles of the patty paper. So right in here in red, they've copied it over. And then it asks you to slide your patty paper down on top of the intersection of M and K, so basically the lower. So you're going to copy these upper angles and then slide them down onto these lower angles. And then it's going to ask you, what do you see happening? So what is the relationship between corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, and alternate exterior angles? Okay. Alright, so what that leads you to, once you've noticed that you should be able to slide that on top and it matches perfectly, is that corresponding angles conjecture, or the CA conjecture. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then corresponding angles are, and this would be in this case 2 and 6. Don't forget you've got other angles on the other side and down below, but any of these angles are going to be congruent. So to replace the question mark there with the word congruent. Alternate interior angles, or the AIA conjecture, are the ones that are inside the parallel lines. So if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then alternate interior angles are, and you've got two sets because remember you've got the obtuse angles on the other side, that would also be congruent. And then last but not least, if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then alternate exterior, which would be 1 and 8 here, but also keep in mind you've got the other side of the linear pair, those are also congruent. So once you write these 3 conjectures down, then you can continue on. And last but not least, so this is a very small lesson, you can use your conjectures now to answer these questions. We'll just start with these 3 to start, and then we'll practice some more in class. But finding W, and again, once you've written down the angle, make sure you include the conjecture that goes with it. So for W, and then X, if this box right here doesn't give it away, this should tell you what X is. And again, don't forget to use the conjecture. And then it asks you, is line K parallel to line L, based on the information that you're given. So taking this information and trying to figure out whether this would be 122 degrees or vice versa, taking 122 degrees and figuring out whether this should be 68. All right, try those problems, bring them into class next time, and we'll go over them.